It's East Coast Comedian versus East Coast Comedian, with MTV's Ridiculousness producer Aaron Conroy taking on Last Comic Standing finalist Ryan Connor in SyFy Channel Original Movies versus musical composers and terminology trivia. This is Trivia with Buds. What's it be? Welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. New episodes every Tuesday. Thank you so much for leaving a review if you like this show, sharing it with a friend, all that good stuff. I sincerely appreciate it. Happy October. It is one of my favorite months of the year. It is spooky time. I'm sitting in my driveway recording this in my car, and it's very dark outside, and there's lots of Halloween decorations. I have a group, a little family of ghouls on my lawn right now. 4 of them. We have a witch. We have a ghost. We have a Grim Reaper with a buck tooth, so he's cute and not murderous, which I think is really fun. And we have like a pumpkin kind of a thing. Or no, maybe it's a Frankenstein. So we are in the spirit. We just watched It Follows. That's a great horror movie to watch this time of year. Perfect fall 80s looking movie to watch and listen to. Just bought it. Really cool steelbook cover at Walmart. $10. Can't beat that. If you haven't seen It Follows, you'll never have sex again. That's what that movie's about. A couple quick things. Mafia 3, which was a game I was anticipating for the last 9 months or so. Rented it on Redbox the other night, Friday night, got home from work, popped it in. Terrible. Couldn't play it. Played about 2 hours, and then I went, why would I waste my time with this? Looks great, sounds great, but the gameplay itself, super flawed and terrible. So if you are looking for a recommendation on a video game, Mafia 3 is not it. I'm back to Ratchet & Clank until Tomb Raider Ultimate Edition, Rise of the Tomb Raider, comes out for PlayStation 4 today. Got it pre-ordered on Amazon. Save that money, $13 off, $47.99 with the Prime subscription, and it should be in my mailbox tomorrow. So that'll be cool. I do want to share a quick message I got from a new podcast listener and friend. This is from Cameron Clark. He sent me this email. He said, Ryan, I wanted to let you know I just listened to your Wings versus Disneyland podcast, and it was great. I heard about your podcast from listening to Yuppie Junk. Keep it up, Bud. Regards, Cameron Clark. Thank you so much, Cameron. Appreciate it. And I posted that on Instagram as well. I always like getting a nice email from somebody that likes what I'm doing. So thank you, Cameron Clark. I got a lot of fun messages, retweets, tweets, all kinds of nice contact, people contacting me from doing the Yuppie Junk podcast. I had no idea how popular that show was, and JJ was nice enough to have me on. Look it up on iTunes. It's called Yuppie Junk. I was on episode, I don't know, it was like 2 weeks ago, and ever since then I've been getting a ton of messages from people who said that they heard me on there. And I just kind of told my story of moving to LA and like quitting a day job to pursue a dream and all that. Bullshit. No, all that good stuff that led to where I'm at now. So listen to that Yuppie Junk podcast. I did a really cool engagement party over the weekend. My friends Laura and Vince, who have played some trivia with me over at Last Name Brewing in Upland, California. They were having an engagement party last minute, and they said, hey, we'd love to have some trivia, maybe do like a round about us and some other stuff we're into, like Star Wars and 80s movies. And I said, let's do it. So I drove out to Yucaipa, which sounds like a slur of some kind, and it's in California. It was 100 miles from my house to their house, and it was a blast. They were a really fun family. A bunch of good friends came over to this party. It was well catered. I ate some shrimp, and I just wanted to point out that if you have something coming up, like a special event or an engagement party, a birthday party, a Halloween party. I've done a Halloween trivia party before. They're a lot of fun. Let me know. Send me an email, ryan@ryanbuds.com. You can check out my Yelp reviews. I got 30 5-star reviews on Yelp, Trivia with Buds on Yelp. Check it out. See what's going on. See what everybody's raving about. And I'd love to come do your party. If you want to come play live trivia, got some fun topics for the month of October. This week, we're going to be doing Hocus Pocus and witch and spell and magic themed trivia at a couple of my locations. We'll be doing Friday the 13th trivia this Thursday at the Brew and Meatball Company in Covina, California, 9 p.m. It'll all be unlucky trivia, Friday, weekend-related trivia, and the movies from the Friday the 13th series. And if you wear a hockey mask, you get bonus points. So let's get everybody in some hockey masks, creeping everybody else out. We also have Halloween trivia coming up, Walking Dead and zombie trivia, lots of fun stuff in October. And the family and I think we just decided that we're going to be doing the Beetlejuice cast for our costumes this year. I think little Annabelle is going to be the Winona Ryder character. Me and the wife will be Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin, and Grandma will be doing the full Beetlejuice makeup. So it should be a hoot and a holler out here in West Hills, California. You're going to love this episode of the podcast. Without any further ado, those are some quick announcements. Listen to Aaron Conroy, listen to Ryan Connor, and find out what they're into. Aaron loves SyFy Channel original movies, and Ryan likes a lot of weird stuff, including musical composers and terminology. This is our first academic topic I feel that we've picked of the whole thing. I guess we've done U.S. geography before, but you got it coming your way right now. Check it out. Here we go. I'm sitting here with two friends of mine, two great coworkers on the show Ridiculousness for the Super Jacket Production Network. I don't know if that's the right way to say that, but
it's more of a company.
There you go. No. I've worked with these two people for the last couple of years, and we're all fellow stand-up comedians. I'm sitting next to Mr. Ryan Connor. How you doing, Ryan?
Oh, I'm doing well.
We have the same first name, so you can't get much better than that, right?
You can't.
It's only, I feel like the odds are stacked against me.
It can only
already
go down from here.
Right over here, we have the non-Ryan of the trio. Her name's Erin Conroy. What's going on, Erin?
Hi. No, happy to be here.
Thanks for letting me bring all this podcast equipment into your office and pollute your desk.
A lot of wires here.
Knocked over a few of your precious moments figures.
Yeah.
I listen to your podcast.
And, I was just going to say,
that just happened yesterday, right?
Just happened yesterday.
What was the phrase, what was the other thing you called precious moments?
Hummel figurines.
Hummel figurines.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
That's like the grandfather of precious moments.
That's the nicer precious moments. Precious moments is like the white trash version.
They call it,
Which one came
Hummels.
first?
Oh, Hummels are like
very
over 100 years old, I think.
Oh.
And they're like hundreds of dollars.
Oh, okay.
You might not know this. The Nazis stashed troves of Hummels during World War II.
That's really what it was all about.
That's what the whole war was about.
That's how they ran their propaganda. They're like, where are all the Hummels? I noticed the Jews have a few.
I have a little Golden Book children's storybook that tells that whole story.
The Golden Book kids books. We had all of those growing up. Man.
I had to read a book called Snow Treasure in 4th grade. It was like a young adult novel.
All
and it was
about cocaine?
No, it was about Nazis using kids on sleds to transport gold or something like that.
Yikes!
I did not read most of it, as most of the
Let me tell you how it ended, in case you don't know.
Yikes!
I thought it was going to be about a prostitute from Greenland.
Snow Treasure. Good Lord.
So Ryan and Aaron, you guys are both stand-up comedians, and you guys have your own podcast called Caligula's Grotto.
Yes.
Now, tell me a little bit about where that name comes from.
Oh, Ryan, you take this because I have nothing to do with it.
The name is god-awful.
It's awful. It's the worst name ever.
You just hit 150 episodes?
150
Yes, we
episodes
did.
yesterday.
Fantastic.
Well, I mean, it's like, in a vacuum, it's a good name. It's just in the real world, it's
we
the
had
worst.
we had a third co-host who hasn't Skyped in 1,000 years.
Yeah.
But he and Ryan one day were talking, and they were like, "Wouldn't it be hilarious to name this podcast Caligula's Grotto?" This is like
This
back
before
in
we had it. We didn't even have a podcast.
First episode hadn't even been on yet.
We
They were
were-
just like, "Ha ha, we'll never regret this."
Yeah, we wrote a bunch of possibilities because the first like season, I guess you'd call it, was 10 episodes. It was just me and Al. You were guest twice.
I guessed it, yeah.
Yeah.
But
and we had different guests each time. And we wanted a title, and we thought Caligula's Grotto was funny just because we're obsessed with how ridiculous that movie Caligula is.
I've never seen it, but I hear it's great.
It's weird, man.
I haven't seen it. It's like, the name of our podcast. I feel like I don't want to.
You got a scene in the foreground, and like meanwhile Malcolm McDowell and Helen Mirren are having hardcore sex right behind him. It's so weird. It's so weird.
You know what? I've seen that in real life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Helen Mirren is loose. Yeah. Everybody knows that.
So we were let's name it after that ridiculous setting.
And they've never regretted it.
And we also just like the excess of Caligula is hilarious. So we named it that, and then people say, "What's the name of your podcast?" And we go, Caligula's Grotto. And they go, "How do you spell that?" And then we spell it, and they're like, "What does that mean?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's not an effective name."
And at this point, they've already decided they're not going to listen because it's too much work. So.
Yeah, we should.
So if you find it, congratulations.
We should have called it like, "Who's it? What's it?" or something. Just.
We really should have.
Describe for people that do want to listen to that maybe and check it out. What would you describe the podcast as? Just a couple of friends BSing?
I'm not going to spell it. Figure it out, guys. No, a couple of friends BS, and yeah, we've got different segments that we do that we've added over the years and that we expand on. But a lot of the times it's Ryan yelling at me. A lot of the times it's me trying to defend the fact that I'm like a 1930s businessman in like a young woman's body because I like everything makes me angry.
I mean, ultimately, we're just trying to push each other closer to suicide.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So one of these days.
I should point out to the listeners that Aaron is wearing a pinstripe suit right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
And I'm drinking a glass of milk, and I'm very disappointed in today's youth. So get it together and get a haircut.
Aaron, you're familiar with trivia. You play trivia at a lot of different LA locations.
Playing trivia tonight. Love trivia.
You played every
Are
week?
you?
I am.
And you guys
are invited.
I can't.
You and your fella are champions.
We win a lot.
Very good. What is usually the first place prize for the winning team?
The place that we why am I saying regular? Frequent. Good Lord. Here it comes again.
It didn't even sound like regular. I thought you said
because I knew it was wrong and I couldn't stop it. The place that we frequent, if you get first place, it's $30 off your bar tab, and that's huge for me and Paul because we are big Irish drunks.
And that's like 2 shots in LA, so that's pretty good.
It's big. So, I mean, we bring a flask, obviously. We're not idiots. But, so it's money off the bar tab, which is great.
And, Aaron, I wanted you to kind of run through this story. I think you told me about 9 months ago that you auditioned to be a trivia host.
Yeah.
What was that process like for a local trivia
trivia host?
Company?
It wasn't have to audition?
It wasn't a Trivia with Buds night.
It wasn't a Trivia with Buds night. And I've learned the error of my ways. Trivia Buds is obviously the far superior trivia company. But, yeah, I just went to this. It was like a dirty office in the valley somewhere, and they were just like auditioning people to be and like I've done stand up for a while and I'm not scared in front of crowds and I'm like, so I thought it would be a breeze, but there are these people in there that are like, there was a guy dressed like an 80s comic, like all he needed was a brick, like he had a sport jacket on and like he was grabbing the mic and he's like, trivia, and I was like, what? And then there was like a girl who was really nervous and the whole time she was up like reading questions, she's like, I just love you guys so much, thank you so much for this opportunity. And I was like, what's happening? So like I was annoyed, and so I asked if I could go next because I wanted to leave and get a burrito. I literally told them, I was like, I'm gonna go get a burrito, so can I just go next? And they were very annoyed that I didn't kiss their asses, and I was not called back.
Oh my goodness.
Even though I crushed the audition. So it's a whole conspiracy. You're Lost King trivia.
That sounds
charming.
Slightly worse than like those porns that take place on a casting couch, right? Just a little bit worse?
This was worse. Yeah, because my soul was penetrated. And, and my spirit was really just messed up.
I enjoyed how you tied that all together.
Yes.
Ryan, you run a comedy show called Gandhi. Is that you?
No.
You don't?
Used to.
Used to. Let me cross that off this list real quick.
Please keep that in the broadcast, though. Please don't delete
he
that.
Buried it.
None of that is going on anymore.
Okay.
But you did, let's say this, you ran a successful show for over a year.
In some people's eyes.
You ran a show, you made posters for a show for over a year.
Did not make posters.
You know, Ryan showed up. Ryan showed up to this comedy show.
But, I did sets on it, and when people email me asking to get on, I would say, here's the booker's email. I have nothing to do with that.
You pass along emails.
Very good.
Good job.
I passed along emails, and I showed up. And had a good attitude.
Sure did.
Well, Ryan was a top 10 finalist on the last season of Last Comic Standing. That was pretty cool, right?
It's true. It was awesome, yeah.
Did you finish with a certain number? Did they give you a number? Like
no, they just go home. They just say go home.
You're not the last, but you were close.
Yeah.
I take his name tag and everything.
And that was pretty cool because I remember when you were in the office, you're like, hey, I'm going to be on tonight. Because you never know on those shows if they're going to cut you out completely sometimes, right? Until you get closer and closer to the end. And it was cool because America got to see your multicultural family.
They did.
Your large family.
It's
like
massive.
You have like 100 brothers and sisters.
106.
Over 100 brothers,
yeah.
It's like the Dalmatians, but with people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that there's black and white.
Spot.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but some are Asian. Yeah.
Yikes.
But we are all spotted.
You guys are both from the East Coast, and I asked you 5 things that you're into. And not so many. I mean, I guess a few East Coast topics. But I'm going to go into those 5 things right now. We're going to start with Aaron Conroy's topics.
Yeah.
Okay? So these are the 5 things you told me you're into. You said Simpsons trivia.
Like
we both picked a TV show.
Sure. Embarrassingly into
it's
it.
Weird. It's weird.
It's uncomfortable.
She knows more about The Simpsons than I know about the show I picked.
Yeah.
And there are about 700 times more episodes of the show she picked. It's
that's
a crazy how much she knows about it.
Simpsons is one of the most picked since I've been doing this podcast. Yeah. People almost every week give Simpsons. It's like everyone knows a little bit about Simpsons, I feel like.
Well, I know a lot bit about
What's
Simpsons.
Homer's middle name? There's
Jay. J-A-Y.
Damn,
Don't step to me.
She knows everything.
She will get every answer.
I'll also get real mad
like
about
the Star Wars people who just know everything about the alternate worlds.
I'm like one of those
She's
Star
like that
Wars
about
people.
Simpsons. Isn't there another show that you know like everything about too?
Probably, but nothing on the grand
Nothing
scale.
on that
Well, The
level?
Wire, I know like a ton about The Wire.
Yeah,
we're both a little
pretty
obsessed with The
heavy
Wire.
on The Wire.
But yeah, no, there was a Simpsons specific trivia game in Brooklyn that's like notorious for being just like you have to get there hours in advance to even get a seat.
Man.
And like the first time I went, I was like, I got this, and we didn't even place.
Yeah.
These nerds are like the nerdiest nerds that ever nerded, and I just went back and back and back trying to like regain some composure, but like,
And you're like, guys, I did my hair like Sideshow Bob.
you
that
think
would
they'd
count
be
for
into
extra
it.
points.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The next thing you told me was SyFy Channel original movies.
Which, I mean, you and I overlap
Oh,
on
you and
that
I,
because
of
you were the
course.
star of one
I was
of
in
the
two.
Sci-Fi Channel. You were in the second
Really?
one too?
Yeah, I was in Airplane versus Volcano. No, I was not in Sharknado 2. I was in Sharknado 1 and Airplane versus Volcano.
I don't think I've
How
seen
much screen
Airplane
time were you
versus
getting in these?
Sharknado is literally the blink of an eye. It's like 1 second.
But,
Okay,
but
okay.
it was such an important blink that when I reviewed it for my stupid movie reviews I've doing on my website, I screenshotted him and captioned it before I even knew who he was.
And that's
This was
what-
years
Oh,
and years
really?
ago. So
Yeah.
when I met him here and he mentioned he was in Sharknado, I go, "Who were you?" And he goes, "Well, I lost my leg." And I go, "Oh!" And I pulled up my review, and sure enough, I called him a
They
pussy.
used a screenshot of me covered in blood,
Screaming
like, for
'cause
a
his
lot
leg
of
is gone.
blog
Yeah.
promotion
It's
about the movie. So
amazing.
people
Oh
think
my
I'm a way
God.
bigger part of the movie than I am.
I was
That's
more
hilarious.
starstruck when I found that out about Ryan Budds than I have been about like when Hannibal Buress did my show in New York. I was like, he seems cool, but Ryan Budds I found out was in Sharknado, and I was like, well,
I was on the
excuse
cover
me.
on the cover of the LA Times, and it was like movies of the weekend, Sharknado and World War Z, and it was my face and Brad Pitt's face. And I was like,
What was that?
but
on?
not for the
the
last
cover of the LA
time.
Times.
Elliot.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So it led to a lot of
Ryan's
cool.
disgusted. Genuinely
No, I think it's
disgusted.
awesome.
It led to a lot of cool stories and invites to things, and
Yeah.
just a lot of fun times.
So you invited to the White House for that one?
Of course, yeah. I got my
Yeah,
leg
but
chewed
George
off on
Bush's
the
White
front lawn of
House.
the White House.
Because he's like, we need to talk about the very real Sharknado
Yeah.
threat.
We need an expert on these NATOs.
I got a plan on how to stop it. Okay, so SyFy Channel original movies. You're familiar with those? You know a lot of
Yeah, I
those.
love them. Yeah,
Okay.
I watch
You've been
a lot
watching
of
them for years?
Yeah.
Because they've been around for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Last 20 years. or so.
I constantly send Sci-Fi Channel's Twitter movie ideas, and it's mostly just puns like the Apes of Wrath and things like that.
Keep sending them because that's how Airplane versus Volcano
Yeah,
got me.
I mean, I'm sending them
pretty much.
on the regular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Airplane versus Volcano, I have like 10 lines in. I'm like an Army Ranger. Or not a
Really?
Ranger, Army personnel, I guess.
I should probably watch that.
I have a beard.
Easy, don't oversell it. You're not a ranger. You're just
I have a beard, and
Army
I was
guy.
like, I was talking to the directors, and I was like, should I shave this because I'm in the military? They like, don't worry about it.
no one looks that hard.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Your next topic, Aaron, was 90s alternative rock.
Oh yeah.
What are some of your favorite bands from the 90s in the alt
Third Eye
genre?
Blind, Matchbox 20,
Oh my God.
Tonic.
Stephen Jenkins.
That's
Third Eye
pop
Blind.
rock.
They were
That's
considered
90s
alternative
pop.
in the 90s. Yes, they were.
Well,
they were on the Buzzcut CD I bought off the TV at 3 o'clock in the morning, so they technically, yes. The Verve,
right,
the
the
Verve
Verve.
pipe.
I agree with Verve.
Yeah.
That's the only one you agree with. The Verve pipe. Freshman? Get out of here.
You know, I
need to
say I
explain
think the
myself to you.
others are more pop
Ryan
rock.
agrees with the Verb because it's bittersweet. What?
Oh, well
dun,
played.
dun, dun.
Well played.
Your next topic, New York Rangers hockey.
My boys,
God.
my one true love.
I always, when people bring up a sports topic, I always have to disclose that I only watch wrestling. Ryan can agree with that, but I don't watch any real
What a surprise.
sports.
2 white male comics that watch wrestling. You guys are
Well,
so
I
rare.
don't-
You're delicate,
I actually don't watch anymore except old stuff and occasional
still.
pay-per-views.
but still.
I have
I stopped
Croatian
15
in my
years
blood.
ago.
Is that full white Croatian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
got it.
Sorry.
That's
Nice try.
Yeah, that's as that's as Ustashi as it gets.
Yeah, but New York Rangers hockey, they're my everything.
Have
They're
you
the
been to
sport
a
that
lot
I
of live games?
I go every year when they're here in LA. And
sure.
when I was still living in New York, my friend Johnny Rowe, he had season tickets, so we would go all the time.
That sounds like a New York friend. Johnny Rowe.
Johnny,
Hey,
Johnny Rowe.
Give me the
Yeah,
tickets
Johnny
again.
Rowe. Shout out to Johnny if he's listening
Hey,
to this.
Johnny, fold your pizza with me.
But yeah, we would always go down Penn Station
Fold it.
below MSG, get folded pizza,
Fold it.
chug like 3 beers, go upstairs,
Sure.
and just get wasted and just argue with other fans. And
Yeah.
it's the best sport on
It's
planet
just like
Earth.
that show Seinfeld, right?
It's exactly
Everything
like
in
it.
New York?
Yeah.
Just a lot of hanging out in coffee
Yeah.
shops.
Oh yeah.
Your last topic was comedy films, a broad topic. I like
Yeah,
that.
I know. After I sent it, I was like, maybe I should have specified, but
No, we haven't done
no,
it yet.
I'm not gonna.
And as comedians, we need to study up on
That's
comedy
true.
films, right?
That's
I watch
true.
6
Because
a
what
day.
can't we learn from Joe Dirt too? Mm-hmm. Which is that we should have stopped with Joe Dirt.
I watch Beautician and the Beast once a week just for
No, you don't.
screenplay tips. You know what I mean?
your ears aren't bleeding, so it can't be true. So I refuse. It's starring the nanny.
Ryan, do you feel like you're good at any of those topics?
Same again?
We have Simpsons trivia, SyFy Channel original movies,
No.
90s alt rock,
Yeah.
New York Rangers hockey,
No.
and comedy films.
No.
Yeah,
None of
you'd
those?
be
You
fine
don't
at
watch comedy films?
You'd be fine
I mean,
with that.
some.
When I wrote it, I was thinking in my head of like Coming to America and things like and an
it's
Airplane, but
it's
I'm
like
sure it's not what I'll get.
It's like I know the ones that I love and stuff like that, but then there's also like a broad base that I just haven't seen because I can tell I won't.
You politely
really
nodded
like
at Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah,
No, but I don't know what that is.
It's
Fran
the nanny.
Drescher, terrible late 90s movie. Ryan, I will say your topics are a little bit more academic. A little bit more.
Yeah,
I didn't know what you were doing.
Ryan's the brains. I'm the
I
brawn.
thought you were
going to
wear a corduroy jacket with elbow pads.
I thought that's what we were supposed to do.
I knew his topics were going to be
I
too
actually
hard for me.
filtered some down. I was gonna do the John Adams TV series.
Oh my god!
No,
I have that in
not
a plastic
again.
wrap that I bought for my wife, and she's never opened. She's a big Civil War.
I have 2 copies of it, and that's also
burned through
takes place 70 years before the Civil War, buds. So
wow!
get your numbers together.
Yikes.
That's why she hasn't opened it. You're
Oh,
getting
boy.
a divorce. You
Oh,
don't know your wife at all.
honey, I know you're into the Civil War, so I got you this Napoleon book.
All right, let's hear this Nerd Alerts topics. What are they?
All right, we got musical terms and composers.
Oh, sweet Christ.
What?
We got.
He said to do things.
Here
that
we go.
and he said very specific, so I didn't just say music. I was like, let's do
Neither
that.
did I. said 90s alternative music. Rock, actually.
I mean, I could have also done the Smashing Pumpkins catalog. Almost 900 songs, including demos, and I know every single one.
There's 900 Smashing Pumpkins songs.
He can name them all in order as
I
well.
hear they're coming back. Is that you're doing?
Well,
Did
they've
you write
always,
a
He's
letter?
like,
they've
now he's
always
gonna
been
get
there.
You had a petition. They've always been.
You mean
Don't go down
the
this
original
rabbit
lineup? Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Your next term.
The current lineup is better than the original lineup, though.
Okay.
But whatever.
Your next topic is Chicago Bulls.
Yeah.
Near dear to my heart, but just based
yeah,
on where I
that's
grew
right.
up, not so
Yeah.
much me watching it. But
from Indiana?
I watched a lot of the three-peats and three-peat repeats.
Hey!
when the exciting games. I like all sports.
You grew up
when
in
they're
Indiana?
exciting.
Where's it?
No, I grew up in South Side of Chicago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're a Cubs fan.
Nah.
Well, Southside is White Sox country,
Sure, yeah.
but you're white, so I thought Cubs. That's generally the breakdown.
I mean,
true.
again,
Do
based
you
on
know how many Cubs
demographics, I'm a
fans
Sox fan. Based on what I actually watch,
Yeah.
I just watched my
But-
cousin. My cousin won the Little League World Series last week.
Fuck!
that's
Are you
huge.
serious?
The senior.
Why do you open with that?
Why aren't we
13 to
talking about
17.
I know.
that?
Why aren't we talking? What
Let's do
position
it.
did he
Let's do
play?
a category on that.
What position did he play?
First base.
That's
His name's
dope.
Gage Olzak. Shout out to my cousin Gage. He's 16, and I'm sure will get scouted for that, right? You get scouted for
If
that?
not, he's
Oh,
definitely getting
absolutely.
laid.
Sure.
I'm sorry. He's
Get laid?
16 and your cousin.
Jeez.
Oh boy,
You're
he's gonna love
gross.
listening to that.
That's awesome.
They're the Clear Ridge baseball team. They're actually getting a shout out tonight during the Chicago Cubs game because they won on last Saturday, about 10 days ago. So the Cubs are recognizing them tonight during the game in Chicago.
I'm actually by default a White Sox fan as well.
Sure.
Although I don't like baseball at all.
Yeah.
So I only watch when they're in the World Series, which means I've seen 6 baseball games.
in your whole life. Good for
Yeah.
you.
Fantastic.
It may have been 5. I can't remember.
Your next topic was also sports related. World Cups since 1990. So it sounds like most of your life, 2/3 of your life or so, are.
I've seen every
seen
single
them all.
World Cup game since 1990.
Fun story. He was
Fantastic.
late to my 30th birthday party because
yeah.
Ghana and U.S. were playing.
I can't believe that she doesn't
There
understand.
was a TV on. I did understand there was a TV in the bar that was tuned to it.
But there was another game before it, so I would have had to
30th.
show up fucking 3
I was
hours
entering what will
before.
probably be the last decade
Can
of
I
my
say
life,
fuck?
and you couldn't be there.
Sure. Only when we're talking about
Unbelievable.
soccer related.
Unbelievable.
I'll never forgive you for that.
Unbelievable.
Never. Surprise party. The surprise was he was 4 hours
Very
late.
avid
Sorry.
World Cup fan, it seems
Yes.
like, from the rage we just
Yeah,
experienced.
soccer in general, but I was just trying to be very specific
I
with
like
World
it.
Cup.
I like it. Specific, more specific, the better. The next was The Office, but not the U.S. version, the U.K. Office.
Which is the better
Yeah.
version.
People say it's the better
It
version.
is.
I don't care for the American one at all. Honestly.
I've never seen it.
I was a
I've
fan.
seen like 10 episodes, and I was like,
I was a fan when it first came out and really liked the style and stuff. And then I went back and watched the UK one, and I thought it was too slow. But now, I never watched past like season 3 of The Office, and then now I enjoy so many more British shows than American shows.
Yeah.
There's a great show called Siblings. Have you guys seen that? Great.
No.
These are all on Hulu. Siblings is awesome. Peep Show
Peep
is
Show's amazing.
maybe
Peep
my
Show,
favorite.
two of us.
Maybe my favorite comedy of all time. Peep
It's
Show.
one of the best
It's
things I've ever
the
seen.
best. I watch
Yeah.
it on repeat. I've seen the series 3 times, and I just started watching it like 9 months ago.
It's hilarious.
you know what
So
I
good.
didn't catch?
Yeah.
When I saw that the first time was the very first scene of the first episode. I can't remember what's the character's name. The
Jez?
Jez
no,
is the
other
blonde one.
The other one.
Mitchell? No, that's
Yeah, his real name. That's his real name. What's the character?
Jez and, now I can't think. my favorite show.
I know Walter Harris.
Let's call him Aaron.
Anyway.
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
The very first scene, he's finishing a giant volume on World War II, and then he
Yes.
closes it.
Yeah.
And it just sets the table for all of it, like how everything is a World War II reference.
Yeah.
And I
My
did not catch
wife
it.
has that same book because she loves the Civil War. Here we go. Politics or sciences? That was your last
Well,
topic.
the science thing, that was the sixth one. I was like,
Sure.
if you want a wild card, I read a lot of
politics
science
and
stuff.
science.
Politics or science.
In my head,
I was being as
No.
specific as possible.
In my head, those two things are the same. Is
Well, I
that
should have said U.S. politics.
weird? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm going to reveal the topics that we chose for each of you. And
I didn't know we could
go-
just do goofy shit.
I mean, it's trivia.
the better.
You're not applying for Jeopardy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Here we go. These are the topics we chose.
We should have
Aaron,
had samples. You should have sent us samples.
Sweet Jesus.
Aaron,
Yes.
your topic is SyFy Channel original movies.
Yeah.
So get excited for that. And Ryan, your topic is musical terms and composers.
Fuck.
How do you feel?
I mean, I'm fine.
You feel pretty good about that? Aaron,
Yeah.
do you know a lot of stuff about music?
I know nothing about
Oh, boy.
music.
And do you know, Ryan, a lot of stuff about SyFy Channel original movies?
Nothing. I don't know.
Right.
Oh, this will be interesting.
I know I watch a lot of bad movies, or at least I used to.
Yeah.
But I don't think any of them are Sci-Fi Channel ones.
They gotta be
no.
Sci-Fi Channel originals, son.
So
I don't
here
know.
we-
Was Bats 2 on Sci-Fi?
It was, and I
It was?
saw it today in a Wikipedia list. I do not have a question about Bats 2, though. It is on there, though. Okay, so
Wonderful film.
Here's how it works. We're going to go back and forth with the topics. We'll start with SyFy Channel original movies. You each have a chance to answer every question
Okay.
and you're going to buzz in to answer the question. Okay?
Okay.
The answers aren't right there, are they?
They are. Can you see?
Well, no, cover them up, dude.
Okay.
I haven't seen
I don't trust Conroy.
Oh, boy.
Like you.
She has mirrors set up. She has those shoes
Yeah.
with the mirrors on them.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are the. We got 10 questions for each category.
I'm not even. Now I'm turning towards the wall
just fucking
because
with-
you're so distrustful.
Mind
You
games.
get 1 point
They're
when you
working.
get your topic right. So if you get music right, Ryan, you get 1 point. If Aaron can steal the answer to your question by buzzing
Look out.
before you would get 2 points, Aaron, and vice versa. So you
Okay.
get 2 points if you steal the other person's.
The only musical term I know is the word guitar. Does that count?
Yeah, that should
Well,
be
I
good.
wouldn't have
That's
known
all
that.
I got. Okay, so we're going to do that. You will buzz in with a buzz-in word. What do you guys want the buzz-in word to be for this episode? Something that is near and dear to both your hearts.
We love spatulas.
I mean,
Spatulas.
we are crazy for them. Let's
say
make it
spatula.
a one.
No,
one
spatula's
syllable.
great. I love spatula.
Fine.
Spatula is the buzz-in word. When you know the answer, say spatula. You'll buzz in, and I'll address you. And you have to wait till the whole question's read, so people
Okay.
at home can play along.
Or should it be penguins?
I like spatula.
Spatula it is.
Okay.
It's done already. Now it's in my head.
I just wanted to do
Spatula
a word
city,
that would just
city.
annoy Erin every time she says it.
Spatula's doing it, so don't
Oh,
worry.
I thought penguins would
So
really.
here we
I love
go.
penguins.
First
I'm
question.
talking about Pittsburgh Penguins.
Oh fuck! Now I'm mad.
Here's the first question of the Trivia Showdown.
Trivia Showdown.
Here we go. Question number 1, SyFy Channel original movies. A movie called Dead 7 came out this summer in 2016, starring a lot of aging boy band members from the 90s. Which one of those aging boy band members wrote the film?
Spatula.
What do you got, Aaron?
Joey Fatone wrote it.
Incorrect. Ryan.
Spatula.
Yes.
The one with the
Nope.
weird chin strap
Nope.
beard.
Nope.
Oh, hold on.
We're not allowing
we
that.
need a name.
Now he gets
Yeah,
more
need a
time.
name.
You said 90s.
90s.
Well,
I gotta
I
back
only
up.
know two. Hold on. Can you just go back? You can
No, you
answer
can
one.
only
once?
answer one
Oh,
time.
so she's dead.
She's out.
Dead in the water here. All right. I know which one I want to
So
say,
today,
but I only
Junior.
know one other boy band guy. And it's not Justin Timberlake. I'm just gonna say Aaron Carter because I know who that. Nope, Nick Carter. Nick
It
Carter.
is Nick
It
Carter.
is Nick Carter, but he said Aaron. He said Aaron Carter first. This is horseshit. And he
gonna
also
give him the
took
points.
17 minutes to answer.
2 points for
Oh,
old
this
Ryan.
game is rigged.
Stole
Aaron, this is
the
all
first
about
question.
entertainment.
This game is rigged.
And
you
I
know
was
it's
just
not.
building. I was
you know
just
I just
ramping
want to
up.
win.
I was just ramping up.
Oh, I'm gonna
Here's
cut your
question
face.
number 1 for musical terms and composers over on Ryan's
Can I
side.
just throw in a little fun fact? When Nick Carter is not planning to go to space, he's writing sci-fi originals.
Different boy band
Lance
member?
Bass.
Lance Bass.
He should take away his points for that.
Oh, I have no idea who
away his
Nick
points
Carter
for
is
that.
then, but I'll take it.
Here we go. Musical terms and composers. Question number 1. What were the names of male singers who were surgically altered to preserve their alto and
Spatula.
vocal range?
Spatula.
I think Aaron Spatula first.
Okay, what do you got, Aaron?
Castrati?
Castratos. So I'm going to give it to you.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, because Castrati is the plural.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good. So you got it.
Yeah, 2
Well
points.
done. Well
That
done.
was
So
a
it's
game.
2-2. That was pretty good stuff. These seem pretty equally matched. We're back to the SyFy Channel
not
original
gonna be.
movie side. Number 2 for that side. What was the subtitle of Sharknado 2?
Spatula.
What do you got, Ryan?
Giant shark tornado.
Incorrect. But good guess.
Spatula.
Yes.
The second one?
The second one. 1 point for Aaron.
Oh my god.
Puts
Am I
her in the
allowed to drink
lead,
water or is
3-2.
that considered cheating?
No, go nuts. extra aqua in your body. Here we go. Question number 2 for the musical terms and composer's side. Who played Mr. Holland in the movie Mr. Holland?
Spatula.
Yes.
Richard Dreyfuss.
1 point. 3-3. Well done. Well done.
I would.
Is that one of the only films about composers?
I mean, I wouldn't say Mr. Holland is one of the most famous composers.
Wouldn't you? I would.
Well, Amadeus.
Son? What a
Amadeus is
story.
like one of my probably 3 favorite movies, and that's obviously
and
Mozart.
that is, of course, about
Mozart. Have you
the
never
biggest
seen
battle
Amadeus?
in the Civil War. Here we go. Question number 3. We're talking SyFy Channel original movies. What movie title played off the popularity of a show DJ Pauly D was on?
Spatula.
Yes.
Jersey Shore Shark Attack.
Yes, that is correct. Well done, Aaron.
Jersey
You
Shore.
did get it. It was a
Thanks.
nice,
Is that really
sea
another
show.
movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jersey
Is
Shore
Pauly D in it?
Shark Attack. No, but I think one
I
of
think
maybe
Mike
the
the
lower
Situation
ones.
is
Yeah, the
in it.
Situation has a quick
and he's
spot
like,
in it.
shred my abs, and then sharks
then-
like eat his abs or something.
right.
Oh man.
If not, huge missed opportunity.
Musical terms and composers, number 3. Who orchestrated pieces named Shall We Dance, Catfish Row, and An American in Paris?
Spatula.
Yes.
George Gershwin.
That is right, George Gershwin. 1 point for Ryan. So it's 4-4. Very equally matched.
I was
going
going
to
to say Spatula Skrillex for that.
I keep
but,
forgetting that Spatula. I got to write Spatula down. I keep
It
forgetting
was
the
your
word. I know because I was just.
This is classic
I
Connor.
keep forgetting.
You just wrote the F word on that Post-it note. Oh, no, spatula. Got it. Here we go. Number 4 on the SyFy Channel original movie side. Aaron, what's your favorite of all time before we go into number 4 of all the original movies?
Probably Caw.
I don't even know that one. What's that
Sean
about?
Patrick Flannery of
Sure.
Powder fame and Boondock Saints.
Oh.
And it's crows go crazy in town, and the acting is so bad.
It's called Caw?
Yeah, and it's just like Caw, and they were just like, you see what you get, and the acting
my
is
God.
abysmal and everything. If not, then probably.
Oh my God.
If anybody listening to this episode of the podcast can send me some Caw fan artwork,
That
I
would
will
be
send
amazing.
you a free Trivia with Buds lighter bottle.
That would be
opener.
amazing. I'll send you
artwork.
good vibes if you send that in. Yeah, probably
If
Caw.
you send in any, it could be a doodle. I just want to see it. What do you think artwork is for the movie Caw on SyFy Channel? You will get a free
If
lighter.
not, followed closely by ice spiders.
Here you go. This is the next question. Number 4. What movie's plot is as follows? Okay.
What's this category?
Mine,
This is
sci-fi.
SyFy Channel.
Oh.
This is the plot of a movie, and it's one of the combo titles.
'Kay.
That's your clue.
'Kay.
Okay. Combo titles. So something like Sharktopus, but it's not Sharktopus.
Right.
Okay. Here we go. Number 4. After a deranged scientist steals the egg of a hybrid animal, members of a film crew run from the creature before the people become its dinner.
Spatula.
Yes. Combo title.
Dogby.
Dogby is not correct. But I do like what you're barking at.
I'm sure it's I'm sure it's on its way.
Oh, wait, let's come up with a tagline. It's got to be something barking up the wrong tree because of the beehive.
Yeah.
The tree.
Dog
Love
bee.
it.
Barking up the wrong bee.
Yeah.
I could think of something, but I'm trying to think of the name. Okay, I'm going to say Spatula.
Yes.
Dino Croc?
Piranaconda.
Oh, Piranaconda.
Oh, that's a
Anaconda,
good
Piranha,
one.
and Anaconda.
Piranaconda.
No points awarded
I'd
there.
watch
It's still
Dogby.
4-4.
Dogby sounds good. Dogby's going to be a good one.
Dogby goes down.
Over on the musical terms and composers side, this is number 4. What is the name of a system of notation for stringed instruments that show finger positions?
Say it again.
What's the name of a system of notation for stringed instruments that show finger positions?
That shows finger positions?
Spatula.
Yes.
Are you looking for the acronym?
No.
Oh.
Well,
question.
yeah, I mean, that would work too, I guess.
Spatula stanza. I was going to go
No.
with, yeah, no.
I guess spatula. I mean, it would just be a fingering chart.
I was looking for
Just
the
like in
term
high school, huh?
tablature. Like
Whoa.
tabs, like guitar tabs, tablature.
That was,
kind of
yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
that
I
wasn't
guess,
even my
It's
backup.
not really a.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
That was number 4. No points there. Here's number 5
Yeah.
over on the SyFy Channel original movie side. We're about halfway through with these questions from both categories. What Baywatch star was the lead in Anaconda 3 Offspring?
Spatula.
Yes.
David Hasselhoff.
That's right. 1 point. Well done. 5.
I was gonna go with the brunette girl. What's her name?
Yasmin Bleeth.
Yes.
I'm sure she'll be in the 4th one.
Yeah.
We're on number 5. Johann Brahms. Brahm or Brahms?
Johann Brahms.
Johann Brahms,
of Vienna. I just visited his home.
as you would. Composed from 1833 to 1897. In what period of music? What did they call that period of music?
Spatula.
Yes.
It's the romantic
That's
era.
right. 1 point for Ryan. Gives it 5-5. Well done. What's your favorite period of music?
Probably romantic, but I'm kind of all over the place.
Okay.
I like
I just have this image
Not
of you
into Baroque, but
sitting at home, not watching movies, in some kind of weird chair, eating a can of clams that may or may not be expired, and then just like just listening to this classical music.
I listened to a lot of Brahms yesterday.
Nice.
I listened to this Fourth Symphony and an academic overture and tragic overture.
Do you have this all digitally, like on an iPod?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I wish it was on one of those old.
Who do you pay for
old
that?
record players?
Do you pay for that?
Yeah.
Who owns all that music?
I mean, well, orchestras license them. They license the recordings, and then every major and minor orchestras try to make names for themselves with good recordings.
Gotcha.
But you usually end up going back to the same 5 orchestras for most things.
Sure.
But there are other kind of lesser known ones that have good recordings.
I like what you just said. Here's number
Not convincing, but
number 6 for the SyFy channel original movie side. What TV star pilots the plane in the film I was in, Airplane versus Volcano?
Spatula.
Yes.
The guy, the I can't remember his name. Patrick Duffy, we'll say.
That's a great
It's
guess.
not his name.
That's a really good guess. And that would be a much different movie.
Spatula.
Yes.
I'm just gonna guess, and I'm gonna guess David Hasselhoff again.
It's Dean Cain.
Dean Cain. I was trying to say,
Stop letting
who's the
Dean
guy who
Cain
played
do
Cody in
things.
in Patrick Duffy's show, his TGIF show? That's what I was going for.
He was
Was
in one of
Cody.
the kickboxer films.
Oh, I thought you were going for somebody
Yeah,
from
yeah.
I don't know his
Dallas
name.
or whatever other show he was on.
Oh man, look at us.
Lots of miscommunication there. Good lord.
Aaron, when you were watching these movies over the last years or so, what was the first one you remember seeing that you were like, oh, I kind of like this campy, goofy style of movie?
I don't think the first time I saw one of those, I was enjoying it in an ironic way. I think
Sure.
if my mom was just like, hey, let's watch Aliens, but just kidding, it's a spider that comes out of a volcano. And because she really likes sci-fi stuff. And it wasn't until I was 12 that I was like, wait, these are stupid.
just-
and they're
did-
trying to be stupid.
You were raised to think that that's what movies were.
We were raised to think that we'd rather watch that than a Hallmark movie about a warm
right,
family
right,
reunion. We'd rather see poorly engineered spiders. kill
Kids, I
somebody.
rented Mr. Holland's Opus on VHS.
And we were like, pass. Fuck you, Dad.
Here we go. Number 6. What term is for a set of 6 musicians who perform a composition written for 6 parts?
Spatula.
Yes.
That's a sestet.
Yes, that's right. Is that
Sestet
how
or
you say it?
sextet?
Or is it
Yeah.
sextet?
It's a sextet, but it's yeah.
You don't say sex.
No,
See, I would have guessed on that one.
it's usually
Should've
sestet, which
guessed
I think is the Italian word
Very
for
good.
it.
That's one
But-
more point for Ryan, so it's 6-5.
Damn.
Ryan winning by 1.
Damn.
We're on number 7 for SyFy Channel original movies. What board game inspired film had the subtitle Wrath of the Dragon God in 2005?
What?
Spatula.
Yes,
Dungeons and Dragons.
that's correct. 6-6. It was Dungeons and Dragons: The Wrath of the Dragon God. Have you seen it?
I think I remember seeing that one, but it might have been after seeing 3 already that day and blacking out.
I just remember there was a theatrical Dungeons and Dragons movie in the late 90s with Marlon Wayans and Jeremy Irons. Do you remember that? I think it was
Did
just
not
called
know that.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Did not know that.
What?
It has a red cover. I remember seeing it at the video store I worked at.
Jeremy Irons.
Yeah, he's always a bad guy. Scar.
Jeremy's iron. That's a Simpsons quote for anybody listening.
Number 7 on the musical side.
Foreshadowing.
What is the technical term for the piece of cane in wind instruments?
The piece of what?
Spatula.
Cane. That's what it said online.
Spatula.
Yes.
Reed.
Reed is what we're looking for.
Oh,
Piece
That's
of
the wood it's
cane.
made
I've
out
never
of.
heard of it as cane.
I could have said
I don't know,
wood.
I just
That's
guessed.
interesting.
That's
I didn't
2
know
more
that's what type of
points
wood reeds came from.
for Aaron, so that makes it 8-6 right now. She's
coming
winning
for you.
by,
Cane.
I'm coming for you.
a few points. Nice steal there.
I just want to keep saying piece of Dean Cane.
Piece of Dean Cane. I have a piece. I ripped off a piece of his shirt during filming.
Shouldn't.
If anybody
That's-
wants it, it's
you're going
framed
to
at my
jail.
house. Number 8 on SyFy Channel original movies. The 2007 Canadian suspense film. This is already starting out great, isn't it? Canadian suspense film.
Yikes.
It's called Black Swarm. Is about what attacking creatures? 2007 Canadian suspense film Black Swarm is about what attacking creatures?
A spatula.
Yes.
Wasps.
Incorrect.
Spatula.
Yes.
Hornets.
Oh, you guys were so close. It was
Bees.
just bees.
Was
in
it just
general.
bees?
It was just bees. Yeah.
It could be a prequel to Dog Bee.
I love
we go back, we can-
that you
we
guys
can
both
create-
said.
I'm
A
gonna
more
close
churched
answer.
up.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
appeal
Example
to
of
your producer on that one. No.
My producer.
I think that's his daughter.
Yeah, she
She's the
just
one that-
kinda
Annabelle's in
screams.
charge of this.
She screamed in the background of the last
It's
podcast.
funny.
It's pretty good.
That one was chock full of context clues too.
Yeah.
But you said black, so I was like, or black is in the title, so I was like, I guess wasps.
I just thought of another word.
I over context clued it.
Black swarms matter. Here we go. Number 9. No, number 8. This is number 8 for music. Well done. You should.
Thanks. I'm paying attention.
This show.
God.
Number 8. An introduction to an opera or other large musical
Spatula
work is
overture.
called a what?
Wait till the end.
Spatula overture.
Dickhole?
It was overture. Well done. So now it is 8-7. Orion is just trailing by 1 point. It is an overture.
'Cause he's cheating.
Do you have a favorite overture? Is that something?
Marriage of Figaro is like that overture is like the greatest thing.
I'd
ever
agree.
written. Yeah.
You could check my tattoo if you want to confirm that. Here we go. Number 9 on Sci-Fi Channel Original Movies. This is about Corey Feldman. Corey Feldman starred in a 2004 horror crossover film featuring the Puppet Master franchise. Who did Puppet Master face in this Versus title? This was supposed to
Spatula.
be theatrical, I think, and then they moved it to Sci-Fi Channel Original
Spatula.
Movies. Yes.
The vampire from Lost Boys.
Incorrect.
Damn.
That's
Spatula.
pretty good. Yes. It's another franchise.
Say Sloth from Goonies. Come on, say Sloth from
Oh,
Goonies.
from another movie franchise.
Yes. So it's
What was
something
it?
like
Puppet Master versus
Versus-
Hellraiser.
No, that's a great guess.
That's a
though.
great
It was
guess.
Demonic Toys. There was a series of movies called Demonic Toys, very similar to Puppet Master. So it's Puppet Master
Very similar to
versus
Khan, and that you know what you're going to
Demonic
get with
Toys,
that one. Demonic
starring.
Toys.
I
Corey
blanked and
Feldman.
almost said Mario Lemieux. I
Are
don't
you
know.
just trying to throw out Pittsburgh Penguin names to me right now to make me angry?
Yeah, it's all about mind games.
It's working.
We're back over on music. Number 9. A musical scale that has 5 notes is known as what
Spatula.
type of scale?
Pentatonic.
That's right, pentatonic. Well done, Ryan. That gives you
Was
a
it well
nice
done?
1 point. So it's 8-8. It's a very close game. One of my closest ever in the podcast history. This is number 9. No, number 10. Last Sci-Fi
Last
Channel
one.
original. I hope you like this one, Aaron.
Okay.
It's the last one. A rugged cryptozoologist sets out for revenge against the 40-foot creature that killed his father in a movie titled Beyond Blank Blank.
Spatula.
Yes.
Beyond the Dragon.
Incorrect? This is-
Spatula.
yes.
Beyond Bear Park.
Another good guess. Beyond Loch Ness. That is the 40-foot creature.
Man.
I remember there was a bear one that
rugged
was like Bear Canyon or Bear Park, and those bears were pretty
cryptozoologist.
big.
So
That
this
one
is the
scared
last
me.
question now for
Okay.
the music term and composer side. Number 10, Fats Waller, Igor Stravinsky, and Blind Boone are all what genre of music composers?
Spatula.
Yes.
I mean, I think they both or they all wrote ballets, but they're really more. No, I'm sorry. They were in that era, but I guess you'd say.
Come on, give me a chance. Hurry up.
Not really the same genre at all.
I took this from a Wikipedia article that said this type of composer, and there were about 50 on here.
Oh,
Think of the names Fats Waller and Blind Boone.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, they're blues, but right, but
Kind of.
but
Aaron, do you have a guess?
Stravinsky.
I'm going to guess. going to guess.
Yeah.
Yes. This could help you win.
String. Guitar.
It's ragtime. Ragtime.
Oh, Stravinsky's not ragtime.
That's what it said on the article.
In no way at all.
No?
No.
Well, we'll see what
He
Google
couldn't
has
be-
to
Well,
say
nobody got
about
points
that.
for it.
He's
anyway.
the opposite of that.
Nobody got points.
He
Nobody
is the
got points.
opposite of that.
I will check that article out.
Yeah, that's wrong.
I think you need to go and amend it.
Yeah.
That's what's great about
that is
Wikipedia.
100% wrong.
So we tied.
Yeah,
So you tied. But
It's
we
a
do
tie.
have a
he's an
combo
avant-garde.
question.
He's an avant-garde composer of like ballets.
I
and
will write that down. This
Yeah.
is the combo question. This is where you guys will do one question. This is worth 2 points by itself, and it combines both topics of Sci-Fi Channel original movies and musical terms and composers. Are you guys ready for that question?
Yeah.
It's time for the combo question. The Ballad of Sharknado is a track on the soundtrack to the very first Sharknado film. It was composed by the director, Anthony C. Ferrante, and an actor named Robbie Rist. Robbie played a very popular cousin character on a sitcom. Who was he?
Oh, I don't know.
Spatula.
Yes.
Cousin Oliver.
Cousin Oliver and the Brady Bunch. That is correct. Well done. 2 more points for Aaron. Gives her a total of 10-8.
Yo.
There's one more game we're going to play to see if Ryan can seal his fate as the
I
champion.
didn't even understand what that question was.
You gotta watch more Sci-Fi Channel movies, man.
What was the music part of that?
We'll do it again. The Ballad of
composer.
Sharknado is the name of the song on the Sharknado soundtrack, and it was composed by the director Anthony C. Ferrante and
Who
an actor.
played this
And
Oliver?
the actor. And the actor.
No, and then
whose name
Robbie
is-
Rist is the actor with the director who composed that piece of music. And this guy, Robbie Rist, also was a cousin character on the sitcom The Brady Bunch, Cousin Oliver.
Oh,
He
okay.
also did the voice of Michelangelo in the live-action Ninja Turtle films.
Hey, that you should have
And
known.
he is the bus driver in the first Sharknado film who is driving a bunch
the
of kids, and
Oh,
Ian
yeah.
Ziering descends from a bridge to save them. And he gets chomped pretty quick.
Yeah, there's
that
always a
is
school
Robbie
bus of
Rist.
kids.
He's a really good dude. Might
Always.
have him on the podcast at some point. Here we go. This is the last thing we're going to do.
'Kay.
This is called Categories with Buds.
Categories with buds.
Okay. So we're going to go around the horn, and
Okay.
we'll start with Ryan. We'll go to Aaron. Come to me. We're going to name something from a certain category that I think both of you know a little bit about, and that is hockey teams. Okay?
Woo!
Oh, I've
we're
never
gonna
watched
do-
hockey in my life.
No?
I've
But
seen one game.
You know them,
I barely
'cause, like,
know-
you knew the transition team from Carolina.
I barely know anything
that?
myself.
You knew when I showed you that trivia question. You knew,
There's a Carolina Hurricanes team.
and you knew who they used to be.
I'm going to let you guys decide, should we do just NHL teams or just a certain type? Or
Were they
any
Winnipeg?
hockey team of all time?
No, they were Hartford. They were the Whale.
What do you think?
Oh,
Fictional hockey teams?
I'll take anything.
Anything. How about that? We'll do any hockey team of all time.
oh man.
Okay?
I don't know anything.
We're going to
I
start
swear
with
to
you.
God.
If you can think of one, you're still in.
Oh,
If
it's
you
just a
can't-
team.
You're just saying a team. We're going to go. We'll each say a team until we can't think of one. If you can't think of one, you're eliminated. The last person standing gets 3 points. That might help you win the game. So, Ryan, if you won this, you would beat Aaron. Aaron, if you win it, you will win. If I am the last person standing somehow, which will not be the case, I would award those 3 points to somebody. So here we
Okay.
go. We're going to start with you, Ryan Connor. What is your first hockey team?
Washington Capitals.
Yes.
New York Rangers,
The Chicago Blackhawks.
Pittsburgh Penguins.
Philadelphia Flyers,
The Toronto Maple Leafs.
Montreal Canadiens.
New Jersey Devils,
LA Kings.
New York Islanders.
San Jose Sharks,
The Mighty Ducks.
Did you say Blackhawks?
I did.
Okay. Winnipeg Jets.
Detroit Red Wings,
Oh, boy. The Avalanche. Colorado
Yes.
Avalanche.
Carolina Hurricanes.
Columbus Blue Jackets,
I think I might be eliminated unless I could say the fictional team of the Olympic team from Miracle, the U.S. Olympic team.
I'll allow it.
You'll allow
I don't
I'll
care.
allow it.
Right?
St. Louis Blues. Is that a team?
Dallas Stars,
And now I'm officially out, so it's down to you two. What do you got, Ryan?
Tampa Bay Lightning.
Oh,
Florida
boy.
Panthers,
Getting down to the nitty gritty.
5
5 seconds. We'll do a 5-second here.
Did anyone say Mighty Ducks?
yes, he just
It
did.
did. Aaron, if you could name one more, you win.
Oh, Dallas North Stars.
I just said Dallas Stars.
Dallas Stars. Minnesota Wild.
Oh, that is
good poll.
one. Good poll. I'm going to go with Ottawa Senators.
I was gonna say that.
I just said.
I think that was the only other one I know. Oh, Quebec Nordiques.
Does it count if they're not in, if they don't play anymore?
Yeah, because
yeah.
the Mighty Ducks are fictional.
Okay, yeah. Montreal Habs.
I already said that.
No, you didn't.
I said Montreal Canadiens.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. That was the very first one. No, the second one I said.
No, it wasn't.
I did.
You
I said-
said no. You
Play
said
it
another one. You
back,
said Vancouver
buds.
Canucks.
I never said Vancouver Canucks. You should have said that just now. Did you?
Because somebody already said Vancouver Canucks.
Montreal Canadiens was like seriously.
All right, can I say another one?
Sure.
Boston Bruins.
There you go.
So,
Hartford Whalers.
okay, Buffalo Sabres.
Dun, 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 dun.
I mean, this is
3 seconds.
this
What do
is
you got,
not an
Ryan?
even match here. The Cleveland Rocks.
Is that a real thing?
It is not.
No.
The Arizona Coyotes.
Aaron has
not.
won the competition.
Arizona Coyotes
with
is
3
the team?
points.
Yeah, it used to be Phoenix. Now it's Arizona.
Well
Wayne
done,
Gretzky
Aaron.
used to own it.
13-8 was the final
Woo!
score.
Hockey.
That's how we do it. We
Hockey.
named some hockey teams. Did you guys have fun today?
I had a significant
a
advantage
blast.
on that. So
It's time for
you put up
You
a good
did.
fight considering.
it's time for some plugs.
Plug away.
What do you guys want to plug? Of course, your podcast Caligula's Grotto. New episodes. What every
Week.
Every
Usually
week?
Tuesdays. Tuesdays or
Yeah,
Wednesdays.
usually
No later than
Tuesdays, sometimes
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Subscribe to that on iTunes if you want to hear these
Yes,
fun
please.
folks
And rate
banter
us.
and talk about all kinds of fun stuff. What is some other? You can find you guys on Twitter, RC Comedy for Ryan Connor.
Yeah.
Follow you on Twitter. Again, he was on Last Comic Standing. Check out that last season if you have it on demand. All that good stuff. You could learn a lot about his fun family life. Aaron Conroy is comic Aaron Conroy, and Aaron, you and I work together on some trivia nights that may or may not ever start. But at some point, if you come to my live nights in LA, you will see Aaron Conroy either doing stand-up during the end round or hosting trivia herself. Anything else you want to talk about?
Check out my website, aaronconroy.com. I review terrible movies and I take suggestions all the time. So.
And she's always looking for more. So
So
if you
check
have a
it out.
favorite Sci-Fi Channel original movie, why don't you send Aaron an email and then she will review it. Ryan,
Yes,
anything
yes.
else you want to talk about?
I don't think so.
Watch season.
I'm looking it up. Stravinsky wrote,
Oh my God.
wrote a ragtime.
We have to end now, or it's
he did
never
write
gonna...
a ragtime.
Oh, he did.
He's not a ragtime composer, but he wrote a ragtime.
Interesting.
Well, then he composed a ragtime.
It's for an orchestra, though, whereas ragtime's normally piano.
I'm glad we cleared that up because I was not going to sleep for a week.
I mean, you're still definitely wrong. Oh, no, it's
oh my
a
God,
ballet.
you guys listen to us argue like
It's a
this every
ballet
week on
called
Caligula's
Ragtime.
Grotto.
You guys, thank you so much for being on
Yes.
the podcast. Ryan, Connor, Aaron, Conroy.
Thanks for having us,
You guys
Buds.
are the best.
Thank you, buds.
Bye.
Bye.
Listener quiz.
Well, there it is. We made through another battle on the Trivia with Buds podcast. And it's that time in the episode where we do the interactive part, the part you get to play at home with your friends, with your loved ones, with yourself. Maybe you're playing with yourself. This is the listener quiz. Let's see what you guys know in terms of random trivia. Now, I get these questions. If you're ever bored, go to the randomtriviagenerator.com and you can pull this lever all day long and new questions pop up. So here are your 3 random questions for this week's listener quiz. All you have to do is message me, tweet me, email me, ryan@ryanbuds.com, any of that kind of contact stuff on the internet, social media, find Ryan Buds or Trivia with Buds, and hit me up with the answers to these 3 questions, and you'll be entering a raffle to win something cool. What is the prize this week? This week, you are getting stickers. That's right. What kind of stickers? It's a surprise. I have a bunch of stickers to give away, and you will be getting some stickers if you are the winner of this week's listener quiz. Here are your questions. Question number 1. What is the capital of Cuba? Question number 1 for this week's listener quiz. What is the capital of Cuba? Some people say Cuba. And to those people, I don't know if they're right or wrong, but we're going to let it fly. Number 2, what color balloons were added to Lucky Charms in 1989? What color balloons were added to Lucky Charms in 1989? And number 3, your last question. For this week's listener quiz, what kind of fruit juice is used to mix a Polish martini? What kind of fruit juice is used to mix a Polish martini? You can tweet me Polish jokes till the day is done, because I know somebody will. Number 3 was what kind of fruit juice is used to mix a Polish martini. Send me the answers to those questions. And if you have any other rounds in mind that you'd like to play at one of my live trivia events, let me know. Send me a message about that as well. If you have a party coming up, I would love to do it for you. It's a great way to entertain people for a few hours, and you can customize it with rounds that you pick for the guests at your party. So hit me up, and thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of the show. We got a great one coming up next week as well, featuring my good friends, Harry Moros and Trevor Smith, in some Hanna-Barbera and character trivia and some 2000s hip-hop trivia. So if you couldn't think of 2 more random categories like we had this week, we got 2 more coming for you next week. Tell a friend about this show. Leave me a review and help me spread the word. Thank you guys so much for listening. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon at some Trivia with Buds live events. Bye-bye.